Hey, and welcome back to an incredibly overdue video. Now, I have had emails about this, I have had comments about this. It's probably not too long until I have calls about this, so I think it's time that we sit down together. In fact, I think we need to sit down together and get straight into this edit video, because otherwise, I think I'm going to get in trouble from some of you guys. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Alright, so this is the final picture of a previous edit that I have done, though I'm not entirely happy with this one, so that's why we're going to do it again, because as you can see there is this little bit of a bad erase, a poor erase, let's just say. So we're going to try and fix that up. Now, as you can see, this is the shot that we're working with right here. It is very underexposed, but you can see there is just that faint hint of the aurora on the horizon in this particular image. So let's go and do a basic develop right now. So we're going to go, I've already set the contrast to 16. We're going to pull the shadows up just to sort of reveal that landscape in the dark. Pull the highlights down just a tiny bit and adjust the exposure up one stop. So now we have a little bit more that we can work with. So next we're going to go into the curves option, and we're going to go and do an inverted S-curve. Just like in this video up here, somewhere up there, eventually. I'll learn it eventually. Anyway, we're going to go with that, just so we've got a bit more of a blank canvas to work with, and then we can see a lot more of the detail in the rocks, and we've got a little bit of a cleaner palette, let's say. So, now that we've done the inverted S-curve, we're going to go exit out of the Develop tab, and we're going to go and just do a little bit of a dehaze, just enough. 15 looks all right, just to give it a little bit more contrast. And then from here is when we're going to go into the noiseless AI. Now, you can't go too hard with this. It is recommending middle, but because this is an astro shot, if we go middle, we're going to lose a lot of the detail in the sky and in the rocks. So we're just going to click low. Now, once this is done, we will be able to have a better idea of what we're working with. Okay, and it's done. So let's just have a little bit of a look. There is quite nicely cleaned up, as you can tell. We have lost a little bit of the sky, but that's okay because we will get it back, but it is just a minor inconvenience at this moment. So we're going to go back into develop, and from here we're going to go masking, and then we're going to go mask AI, and then once it's figured out all the parts of the image, we're going to go sky, and it's going to mask the sky for us. It's done a pretty good job. It's missed just down there, so we are just going to go back, add in with a brush, just going to add in the last bit of that sky, just there. Okay, so from here is where we're going to bring in the blacks, reintroduce the blacks, pull in the contrast, drop the highlights down, or the exposure I should say. Let's just fix that mask up because it missed that part of the sky somehow. And then from here we're going into color, pull up the saturation, pull up the vibrance, pull down the shadows, and we're going to go into the curves and normal S-curve. Now, as you can see, we are getting a lot more detail in the sky now that we are bringing back those colors. So a little bit of a before, after. So we're getting a lot. Now you can see down the bottom it is still quite bland, but that means we have got a lot more detail in the landscape at the bottom to work with. The sky is the main subject, coincidentally. So we will just go in and fix this mask. So go to sharpness and just add a touch of sharpness just to bring back the detail in the sky. Now, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Next we're going to go and we're going to work on the bottom level of the image, just down here. And we're going to go into the develop, masking, mask AI again. We're going to go sky again, and then we should be able to invert the mask. So now all this is, as you can see, selected. So from here we're going to go in, pull the blacks in just a little bit. And you can already see immediately there is a big change in the ground. So pull that in there. We're going to give it a little bit of color, just a little bit of color, not too much, because pull it in too much it looks stupid, just like that. So just a little bit of color like that. Saturation, just a touch. pull up the shadows because we want to be able to see the leading lines through here. And then once that's done, we're going to pull in the highlights, purely because there is a little bit of noise pollution over here on the horizon. We will be getting rid of that, though just working on one thing at a time. And then once that's done, close that off. And from here, we're going to go into landscape. We're going to add a little bit of golden hour in, only because this has got quite a nice tinge, and giving it that extra yellow glow will just only enhance the colors and really make this image pop. So once this is done, we're going to go into crop AI, and then we're going to go for a 16:9, because who doesn't like 16:9? I know I do, at least. Now we're going to pull this up here just because we want all of the Milky Way in the shot. That's looking quite nice. Now we're going to go and put in a little bit of an enhance like that, and then we're going to go a little bit of a sky enhancer just like that. Probably not necessary, but it just gives it that extra bit of depth in the sky, because that is our main subject in the shot. And then now we're going to go in and try out a little bit of magic. Which is the generative tools. So we're going to go into this, and we're going to go Gen Erase for this picture in particular, and we're going to go in and get rid of these pesky lights over here. So we're going to go Select, and we're going to bring this down because we don't want too much, and we're just going to hover over that and that. Erase. Now this is a new feature that has been added into Luminar now, so if there is a little bit of things here and there that are a little bit, not perfect or whatever, that will be getting fixed and adjusted as the updates come along. So always make sure to keep your program up to date. Now that has done quite a good job. You can see it's replaced the lights with a tree, because if you put a tree in front of lights, you get rid of all that. So that's quite nice. Next, we're going to go in, and this little area right here, just going to go in and go like that, go Erase. I haven't actually used this yet. I don't know if I've made that disclaimer, but if I haven't, there you go. This is my first time using the generative tools, Gen Erase, Gen Expand. We're not going to be expanding this image because it has got enough in the shot, but the generative tools are pretty cool. They're pretty new, so they're a fun little thing to play with. So now we're going to just bring up this select option, and we're going to wipe it along here to get rid of this. Now this is quite a big object, so look, I'm curious whether it will be able to get rid of it, but we're going to see, because it is a big object, and when you do try these generative tools, sometimes the bigger the object, the harder it is to erase. So we're going to see what happens. I was wrong. Apparently it was fine. It was absolutely fine. So we're going to push it a little bit further. So we're going to put in up here. Just going to slide that over, see if we can get rid of this dark patch, because that's appeared out of nowhere. But that's pretty impressive. I was not expecting that, to be completely honest. I was not expecting to be able to completely remove that part of the land. So it's pretty cool. Okay. It's cleaned it up quite nicely. Now you can see there is a little bit of lines you can see where I have erased, but that's fine. We're going to save that, and then once we've done that saving, we're going to go bring it back in and re-edit that, because now we're going to try and clean this up just here. So we're going into the erase, the normal one that you get in Luminar without generative AI, and we're going to wipe that over there, press erase, and see if it merges it all together. It's looking quite good, so we're just going to do the whole lot just to be a little bit consistent. Okay, now you can still see a little bit, you can still see a tiny bit, so I'm just going to pull it in just ever so slightly, just like so, and then I'm going to leave it like that. And then, unless you're a stickler for quality, you're going to notice that, but if you don't look at the very bottom corner, then you won't see it. So don't look, keep your eyes at the rest of the image. Anyway, okay, so I think that's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that, I've got to say. All right, now, that was a big one. Now, I hope you got a lot out of that, because in fact, I think that came out a lot better than my initial edit with a competitor. like a different type of editing software. So let's keep this one down under wraps. Now, anyway, if you did enjoy this video, then do let me know down below with a like or a comment, because that really just helps push this video out. And in fact, if you did enjoy it, do let me know if you want to see more videos like this, because I would like to do some more editing videos with Luminar, because every single time a new update comes out, something new comes out with it. So I would like to do that. If you want to do that, let me know. And I think, well, I know that this is going to be the last video of the year. So enjoy your break, enjoy the festive season, and I will see you in the new year with some fresh content. All right, go do whatever you were doing before this video. Go back and have fun, see your family, hang out. All right, see ya.